What's brewing, everybody?
What is BREWED?
Welcome to our podcast, Books Over Beans. I'm Bren.
I'm Kiki.
The beans are brewed here.
And the mics are set.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we are two cousins, more like sisters. And we came up with this idea to start this pod to share our love of not only coffee, but books as well with a like-minded audience.
Yep.
We want to tell you a little bit about what you can expect from us week to week moving forward. So we will be giving you book reviews that nobody asked for, but here they are anyway.
They're still here.
We will be chit-chatting and sharing all the things that are in our mug. And ultimately, our goal is to make connections with the things that we are currently reading, loving, things that are hot topics, trending, and things maybe that aren't either. We'll be making connections through either the same books that we're reading together or books that we will be reading separately. And we hope that you enjoy this as much as we enjoy doing it.
Because we love it.
We really love it. So without further ado, we're going to tell you a little bit about us.
Let's do it, Bean.
So the name of the pod has a little bit of multiple meaning, actually.
It's got a lot going on.
So first and foremost, the mutual love of coffee, I think, has been pretty apparent in all of the stuff we've been posting and talking about, especially on our social media. But we are big coffee lovers. We are big book lovers. So coffee beans, books over beans.
Yep.
It's the inspiration.
Yes. I actually had an interesting take on it, though. When I posted it on my LinkedIn, one of my professors from FIT, shout out Rishi, he said he put like the greater, he put the greater sign, and he said like books over beans. So he's like saying that he prefers books over beans, which I was like, I like
That's
that. I
so
like
we're a punny group also.
Yeah, that could be a hot topic one day. Like we could be like, prefer books over beans?
Like literal beans?
Or like over like
coffee
beans. Like which one do you like more?
Did he prefer
books
over
beans?
But did he think it was beans? Like kidney beans?
I don't think so.
Cool.
We'll have to ask him.
I could see like a professor wanting coffee in their life though.
Yeah. But more than books? That's the question.
That's probably not true. Yeah. He probably does. Like, I buy it.
To be or not to be.
Fellow teacher, I need both.
Yes.
We do not survive without both.
There's going to be a whole lot of laughs.
Yeah.
Whole lot of laughs.
We not only are going to talk about books, but we have a lot of chit chat, and who knows where that's going to lead.
A lot about life.
I love it.
There's a lot of life to talk about.
So, speaking of a lot to talk about, we are going to just do some quick rapid fire questions. So you as our audience and hopeful ride or dies get to know us. So my name is Bren. As our family calls us, since we are cousins, they call me Bean. My nieces and nephew and parents, they all call me Bean, always have. So that's another multiple meaning behind the name of the pod. Mm-hmm. I am 29. I am a teacher. I am a dog mom. Shout out to my golden retriever, Colby. He has a birthday this week.
He's 5 today.
He is. It's amazing. He's my baby boy. So fellow dog lovers out there, I got you. I teach second grade in a public school district. Love my job. You know, we don't do it to be rich and famous, but we do it for the fulfilling work, and it warms my heart. I get to touch the lives of kids, and that's like my absolute passion and dream.
Preach.
I, in terms of books, love fantasy books, contemporary romance, and I really like just the fictional world in general. So, Kiki, do you want to give the audience a little bit of a peek through the window with you?
Sure thing. So, I am a marketing and sales executive, and I am 22 years old.
She's so impressive, everybody.
No.
Yes, you are.
No. What else? Oh, I'm not a dog mom, but I'm a dog sister to Cooper.
Shout out Cooper.
Cooper's the best. What else? Love 90s rap and hip hop.
Oh yeah, I'm a big Swiftie. How did I forget that?
Oh yeah.
Swiftie and Noah Khan. That's it for me. Sorry, didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No, you're fine. Steal it all day. You bring the thunder, I bring the lightning. Someone get me out of here. Okay, where was I? Oh, I would consider myself pretty fashionable. I just love fashion. I went to FIT, so that was going to be a passion of mine. That's really all about me. Nice. Oh, what kind of books do I like? I love literary fiction, and I also love romance, and just took my first dip into fantasy.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. We'll get better at being sneakier, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Also, full disclosure, this is our second time trying to record.
Oh boy, yeah.
I did a lot of research on starting a pod, and one of the things that they warned us about via the intranet was how frustrating it is to get it started. And oh boy, did we learn that in real time.
Yes.
We full on recorded all of this, and it just did not work out
But
well.
I also feel like it could be worse. Like, I'm happy it didn't work out the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we are being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Adapt.
Yeah, we are being flexible.
We're agile.
We are being open-minded to challenges.
Preach. Again.
All right, so that's all about us. Yeah. The short tidbits, but I have one hot take that I want to bring up to the floor, to the pod.
All right.
The mics are set. Here's the question.
Okay.
When thinking back on your journey into reading, what is a book you remember that absolutely left a lasting impression on you that you look back on and are like, whoa, that just changed everything for me?
Yeah. I actually know exactly what book it was. It was when I was in 4th grade. It was Mockingbird by Catherine Erkson. It's basically about a young girl. She's about 4th or 5th grade who lost her brother tragically, and she has to cope with the loss of her brother. And she also has Asperger's. So it just really dives deep into how she's feeling, how she's trying to cope in her community. And it was just like, honestly, it was such a deep book at such a young age.
Yeah.
But I empathized for that young girl that I was like, wow, this is like, I was just like mind blown. And I literally remember I was at my brother's soccer game, and I literally went in the car at halftime, finished the book because I just could not let it go.
Yeah.
And that's when I was, really into reading when I was young. And I've just recently, probably like 2 years ago, refound that love for reading. And I'm so glad I did.
We're so glad that you did too. I don't know why I said
wouldn't be here.
I don't know why I said we are. I guess me and
the world.
Me and the uni.
We have to think of like a name for our like tribe. You know how like,
do you want to be our little beans?
Our little beans or the spillers? No.
I will never say that again.
The little beans.
Do you want to be our little beans?
It's the accent for me. I don't know. We'll think of it. We'll put out in a poll. Like, I want to hear. Yeah. I want to hear what you guys want to be called.
Speaking of that, because we do want to interact with you, because again, this can only go so far between the two of us. We have fun no matter what we're doing. We'll talk all day.
True.
But we want to hear from you. So we are on Goodreads.
Yes.
And bookclubs.com.
Yes.
Our account name is Books Over Beans.
Yes.
Or Books Over Beans Pod. We'll link them on our socials.
Yes.
Anyway, for me, I'm going to answer the same question because I love that question.
Okay.
I remember back when I was probably like 3rd or 4th grade also. So again, a very impressionable age, just even thinking about what it's like to be in school and expose children to books at that age. They go from picture books and storybooks to more in-depth, text with a lot of thematic prose and passages and messaging and theme. I read this book, which actually I have it.
Oh, look at you.
Look at this. It was The Ocean Within by V.M. Caldwell. And this girl, I actually forgot that I kept that. This girl named Elizabeth, she is adopted from this really large, really high functioning, really sweet family they have like multiple children, and they go on this like summer vacation to their grandparents' cottage on the coast. And she just sits there and like ponders and just self-doubts the entire time and isolates herself from this family because she doesn't know how to allow herself to be accepted by them. And she has a little younger foster brother, and the grandmother whose cottage they're visiting, like, really continued to try to press on with her and build a relationship and make her feel welcome into their family. And I remember just feeling like for the first time, I was reading something with a lot of depth of things that I didn't like understand fully. Like, this girl had a lot of grief in her background. You know, she had a lot of like big world questions, like, why am I here? Why didn't my parents want me anymore? Like, and I couldn't relate to that because although my parents, you know, I grew up with my parents that were separated. They were both amazing co-parents and loving and nurturing. So even though I was in multiple environments, it was so healthy and I didn't know any different. Where I just remember wanting to keep knowing more about what was in this girl's head. And it just, the author's way of painting the scene mixed with the girl's emotion. I just hadn't read anything like that, especially at that age. So very similar timing and feeling that you had. So this is also kind of like a peek in the window about how we noticed very similar things, and similar things resonated with even these books when we were 11. We hope to continue to do that with the books that we have going on in our lives now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's actually crazy how similar those books kind of sound.
Yeah. It's like coming of age stuff, right? Like you start to realize things aren't just like you're not in a protective bubble all the time.
Yeah. And I actually find that a lot. I'm having that like same like epiphany in my 20s, I think, with a lot of the books I read, because, you know, your 20s hard. Like, it's like, it's like a awkward teenage stage again, but in adulthood.
And also, like, I think it's just, you know, forging your own perspectives also. Forming your own perspectives, I should probably say.
Yeah.
You know, when I talk about the books that I kind of like to read now, there are a lot of underlying setting and tone of really made up places that allows you to story build a lot in your head.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I've gone through a lot in my life personally. And it's allowed me to kind of escape into a different reality and enjoy something different instead of making super personal connections to stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Which I've enjoyed discovering, especially with the types of books I've gotten into as of recent. So.
Yeah. Preach. I love saying that.
You do it so well.
Preach.
So yeah, that's a little bit about us. Little bit about what we like to read. Where our journey kind of began in reading, and just kind of a brief little chit chat to just give you a look behind the veil with us. We're excited to start this journey. A lot of hard work, time, effort has gone into this passion project of ours.
And a lot of love.
So much love.
More love than anything.
We are very close, but I feel like even in the short amount of time that we've been working on this project, we're even engaging and talking more with each other, which has been really fulfilling and fun for me also. So we're excited to begin this journey. It's something that I think we're going to continue to be very consistent with because it's brought us both a lot of joy, and we hope that it does the same thing for you.
I know that's right.
Stay tuned for our first episode.
We'll see you.
Bye.